You go home after your day, you look at your phone, you've got exactly one notification, and it's a fake account who just started following you. You look at your friends' stories on Instagram, and they are all having a ton of fun, but when you look at your inbox, there's no new message. Actually, for most of your conversations anyways, you are the last one to send something before being left unseen. Sucks to be you, I guess. Because here's what my Instagram inbox looks like on an average day. Bunch of people sending me messages, asking me if I'm coming to parties, telling me my stories are funny, girls laughing at my jokes, or telling me they will come meet me. Does that sound interesting to you? So, in this video, I am going to tell you exactly how to make it happen. First and foremost, you have to put yourself out there. You have to be the engine of all that's happening in your life. Instead of waiting for things to happen because other people are going to make those things happen, you have to be the one making those things happen. You know, when there is a party, there is someone who organized that party. If you really want to take control of your life, of your social life, and in the end, your dating life, you have to be the one organizing those events. Now, I get it. Maybe you don't like parties. You don't have to organize parties, but the point is, you have to be at the origin of whatever is going to happen, of whatever social event is going to take place. You have to be the one setting things in place. You have to understand that you are the captain of your own ship and that no one is going to come and rescue you. No one is going to come and save you from the life that you have right now. But it's totally possible for you to take control of what's happening in your life, to lead your life in the direction that you want. Because here's the thing, if you wait for others to take action while you are being a spectator, waiting on the side, watching them do the things you wish you were able to do, they are going to do the things, they are going to go through the scary moments, and they are going to get the results. But as a spectator, you will never get to what you want. I understand things are sometimes scary, for example, approaching a girl or organizing an event. And when you see someone who's doing it for you, it's easier. You just have to stand there, do nothing, and maybe this person is going to include you to the fun they are having, to the fun they are creating, to the value they are building. But in practice, it rarely works out that way. I'm sure you know it. If you have a friend who's very good with girls, I'm sure you enjoy watching him go up to women, starting conversations with them. I'm sure you enjoy watching how he makes women react. But again, he's the one doing it and you're there being a spectator. And I understand it feels good to be the one watching. I understand it feels bad to be the one making moves, to be the one taking risks in a way. But still, guess which one is going to get the results? And so I know it's difficult because your brain does not push you to do the hard thing. Your brain makes you feel good when you do nothing. Your brain makes you feel good when you stay on the side and watch as a spectator. But again, if you want results, you cannot be a spectator. If you want results, you have to be a main character. A while back when I was working on myself and my social anxiety, I heard this way of putting things that helped me a lot. Imagine your life is a movie and at the end of the movie, you die. Like really, you should see your life as a movie and you should see yourself and your actions as the actions of the protagonist. Then it's up to you to choose what kind of movie your life is going to be, but it's always better to put it in a way in which you make that movie interesting. You know it yourself when you watch a video, when you watch a movie, when you watch a TV show. If the main character is annoying, if the main character doesn't do much, you're not going to enjoy the movie, you're not going to enjoy that TV show, but on the other hand, it's more enjoyable to watch when the main character goes through periods of pain, when the main character goes through periods of growth, and when the main character eventually succeeds. Because I guess you know that, but no one likes a side character. The main character is always going to be the one that everyone prefers. You have to be the one that you prefer in the story, in the movie of your life. This goes hand in hand with porn. When you're watching porn, you are watching another guy having the sexual life that you wish you had. Let that sink in for a moment. How sad is that? How sad is that you sit on the side behind the window that is your screen to watch another guy enjoy the sexual life that you wish you had, enjoy the relationships that you wish you had with a woman you wish you knew. Instead of watching other men get in bed with attractive women, be the one actually going up to those women to end up in bed with them. You have to stop living your life through others, but you have to live your own life for yourself. If you want it, you have to go and you have to make it happen, no matter what society tells you, no matter what your family and friends tell you to do, no matter what is even reasonable to do. If you want it, you have to go and find ways to make it happen. Plus, when you see guys like Dan Bilzerian and guys come around and they're like, oh, I'm afraid to talk to girls, it cannot work. I'm like, bro, like, try to have some realistic expectations. You're not shooting for the stars. It's just about going up to girls you find attractive. Now, what happens when you start going for what you want? Well, the harsh truth is that you're going to get rejected most of the time. Most of the time. And this is what the PUA community does not want to get along with. Whatever you do, sometimes you're gonna get rejected. Whatever you do, sometimes you're gonna go up to a girl, you're gonna have perfect game, and she's going to reject you for reasons totally outside of your control. I understand it's scary, but that's reality. Now, once you understand that's reality, you can very well manage it. Rejection is not a big deal. Being rejected is never something to take personally anyways. And the more you get rejected, the more you get used to it and the more you can manage it. But so once you understand that most of the time you're going to get rejected, you also understand that to get proper results, you're going to have to approach a ton of girls. You're going to have to seriously pump up those numbers. If right now you're approaching, let's say 3 to 5 girls a week, when you go out, sometimes by yourself, sometimes with a wing, sometimes with your friends, you are really going to need to 10x those numbers. By the way, there is a book that talks about that. It's a great book. It's called The 10x Rule. I really recommend you go and you check it out. First, you understand that most of the time you're going to get rejected, and it's okay. And then you find ways to make it easy for you to approach more women, to make it easy to go through the volume that you need to get the results that you want. Now, there is another thing that's very important, and that's the main reason why I'm making this video. Once you understand that you have to take a lot of action and that you have to go for what you want, you also have to understand that you must give value. Now, when I'm talking about value, it can be everything. It can be the fact that you invite people to a party. It can be the fact that you meet girls and you're funny with them. It can be the fact that you give a job opportunity to people. It can be anything. Value is very subjective to the person who is receiving it. But my point is that life is not a zero-sum game. Life is not either I win and they lose, or they win and I lose. For example, when you meet a girl, instead of trying to use PUA techniques to mind control her in a way to get to the outcome that you want and take the outcome that you want from her, why don't you just go up to her and give her a great time? You make her laugh, you pay for her drink if she's really nice to you. And I'm not telling you to not have standards and to be a doormat, of course, but why don't you just give value to the people so then they have a good time with you and they want to spend more time with you? And see, that's my main problem with the PUA community. It's this idea that you have to use tricks to manipulate women into giving you what you want, because by default, they will not find value in you, so they will not give you what you want. In life, there is a way to make it so that you win and they win, and because you help them win, they help you win further. That's why you want by default to always be in this mindset of giving value, because if you give value to everyone you meet, maybe most of them won't give you any kind of value back, but some will. Some are bound to find value in what you have to offer, and some will give back to you. And so the best way to always give value by default is to always look for win-win situations when you meet people.